my name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And there's lots and lots of little news stories. There's lots of little news. I think nothing major. Really nothing major, because there's really nothing coming out of Cardiff whatsoever. I mean, Cardiff is where they make Doctor Who, and it's weird. They're making a new series of Doctor Who. And there seems to be, radio silence. And to me, that feels like zero excitement. Something I really loved about the Russell T Davies years, I think somewhat lesser, but also was true of the Moffat years, is just how much they enjoyed making Doctor Who, right? Just how excited they were about it. And, Russell T Davies had the production notes column, and he couldn't wait to tell everybody what was going on, because he's a big Doctor Who fan, I kind of like that. So we have a bunch of these smaller stories. I thought I'd just put them all together in one, in one video for you. Actually, a couple of them I'm pretty excited about, quite frankly. One I'm excited about, and I'm never going to be able to access it, which really kind of annoys me. Anyway, so I thought I'd put them together in kind of a John Craven's Newsround. Whatever happened to John Craven? I wonder if anybody out there is younger than me doesn't remember. John Craven's Newsround was like this little like kiddie news show that they had during children's programs. That's what CBBCs was used to be called back in the 80s. Children's programs, right? This is before Gordon the Gopher. Not really dating myself. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be looking. Oh yeah, so yeah, this is my little news round. Fine. Before we get into it though, can I ask you guys, can you hit the like button? That'd be great. I mean, and again, you don't really have to like anything, right? I'm not asking you for a test of honesty. You don't have to like it, but if you like it, can you hit the like button? That'd be great. Can you hit the share button? Share me around, baby. I don't think enough people have enough Rabbi in their life, so give somebody a gift of a few inches of Rabbi today. That's what I would say. But mostly hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. We are heading towards 3,000 subscribers. Don't tell YouTube. Do not tell YouTube, because they'll get pissed off and they'll take some subscribers off me. So yeah. Like, share, subscribe. All those things are great. Comment is fantastic. Comment. I'm surprised how much the algorithm likes the old comments, but that's all great. And finally, of course, go check out my Indiegogo, 2 incredible graphic novels. Now, every freaking video I say I'm ramping up to end this campaign. I am. Now, I got the final piece of artwork, but okay. I got the final piece of artwork. I'll show it to you in a minute, but it's not the final piece of artwork, because I just had a great idea yesterday. I got the final piece of artwork ready to end that campaign, but I got to get myself booked on a bunch of like comic booky shows to really promote it for the final for the final week of it. And because the more money it makes, the better it does. So anyway, 2 freaking awesome graphic novels. One's 105 pages long, one's 220 pages long. Now you get a whole bunch of extras when you buy both of them, or you can get the extras on their own. I'm hoping you buy the graphic novels, because I kind of want you to read them. This is really pure ego driven, but yeah, it's true. So you get a bunch of extras. Firstly, you get the For the Male Gaze cast. Let me just do that so you can see it a bit more clearly. There you go. Let me move that over. Doink. There you go. For the Male Gaze cards, 6 cards. I think it's going to be 7. I have an idea for a 7th, which is going to be awesome. I got to get in touch with Dominic today to commission it, but again, it's going to be a week to set up all these appearances. So anyway, we have Keeping the British End Up, a very great James Bondy card. We have Party Like It's 1999, and believe me, if I was on Moonbase Alpha and that was what the people were wearing, I would be partying. We have Don't Even Think It, Citizen, but I think it a lot. For my sins. We have No Hanky Panky in the TARDIS. Oh yes, there was. We have I'm Sensing Strong Emotions, Captain. I bet you are. Not as strong as mine. And of course we have the fantastic The Force is Female. So I want to do one more, right? I just thought of it yesterday. Raquel Welch from the Land That Time Forgot. A little fur bikini, maybe a little bit more suggestive than it was on screen, with a big spear, right? But I thought, here's a cool thing. In the background, I'll put the time machine, from the time machine. I thought that's got to be cool. That's got to be a cool card. So again, I'm going to take me about a week to get myself booked up on more campaigns. But I think this one he'll be able to pull out pretty quickly. Anyway, if we hit $8,000, which I think we're going to, everybody gets his poster. It's an A2 poster. It's called the Bohemian Time and Space. You can get this one as an add-on, unless we make more money, then everybody gets it. We have The Eyes Have It. The Eyes Have It. Again, this guy's never seen Doctor Who, and he really nails it. He's got, we also got Great Balls of Fire. And we got the one that I was waiting for. This one that's really, really special to me. I call this Forever Young. Forever Young. I have an idea of of this perfect piece of fandom somewhere where the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane just grow old together, traveling around the TARDIS. I think it'd be kind of beautiful. Now looking at it, there's another tweak I want to do on this. I've been tweaking this one so much, but if we can just show you the hair over here, the hairline over here is a little bit too strong. I think if I take that down a bit, it's going to make it much better. It's going to hit really well. I think it'll make it much better. But anyway, Forever Young, Forever Young. So yeah, go check it out. Fine, let's get into the news. Where should we start first? Okay, let's start with something that I'm actually genuinely quite excited about. This is let me make sure it sounds off. Fine. So this is apparently, Evil of the Daleks is getting the animation treatment. That I think is really exciting. Let me just pull this up. So the reason that thing that this is, again, nothing has been confirmed whatsoever. Nothing has been confirmed whatsoever. The other day, somebody put on their YouTube channel, a gentleman named Barry Baker, who's an animator, an animation test of the Second Doctor. I think it was from the Faceless Ones, was it? I think the Faceless Ones, right? I think that that's where it came from, but it wasn't exactly. It was more of an animation test. I'm really happy, right? Because he was doing that one, and he wasn't doing Fury from the Deep. Because Fury from the Deep is, I think, it's the only one that has really fallen flat on its face. I was really disappointed that it fell flat on its face, but it really has fallen completely flat on its face. But what the other ones were great, was it Fury from the Deep? Not Fury from the Deep. Faceless Ones, Macrotex, exactly. So anyway, this chap, let me play this. Put these. Oh, look at Dizzy Daleks. So yeah, he put these animation tests on his YouTube page from about like a month ago. All these what are they called again? Animatics. So yeah, so these videos have now been made private. They've been taken off, public consumption, which makes me think probably something's going down with this one. This is probably happening. And how long it's going to take? It's a 7-episode story. This is the one I've really been waiting for, right? This is the one I think is kind of like one of the what's it going to say? The golden goose, the golden goose of animated, animated reconstructions. So yeah, listen, I'm excited. It looks like it's happening. Timeline, my guess would be earliest will be Christmas, right? The earliest will be Christmas. But what a great Christmas present! If you never heard, by the way, Evil of the Dalek, the audio they released of it is very good. I don't know who that is, but very good. This is from the channel that it came from, John Snares. Thank you very much, Mr. Snares. Never heard of you. Go and sub over there. I would say. Fine, so that's the first story. I think a pretty darn exciting story. So this next one is John Barrow and David Bradley joins immersive Doctor Who show Time Fracture. So they're calling this a cameo. So here's the interesting thing about Time Fracture. It's a new immersive theatre event in London. Absolute fortune to go and see it. It's like, I mean, other than flying to London and finding accommodation and all those things that you would need to do to get to see it, you also got to pay £50 a head for a ticket, which is really pricey. I'm hoping they do a virtual version of this thing. Like do it in what's it called again? Not virtual reality. Yeah, virtual reality. Yeah, I think augmented reality. But yeah, virtual reality. Yeah, just go get these things called Google Cardboard. It's this little box you put your phone in, and you can play VR stuff in it. It's really incredible. VR never took off, but I would love to see a VR version of this story. It does seem much like Doctor Who magazine, much like pretty much everything going on. There is no sign whatsoever of Jodie Whittaker in this at all. There's not even the vaguest of vague hints of Jodie Whittaker. So Time Fracture is essentially a 3-dimensional like an immersive adventure, which I think is reasonably exciting. Let's show you a quick read of it. But they just released a couple of videos yesterday, and John Barrowman does once again demonstrate there is no opposition on his awesome Switch. He is just so freaking awesome. So yeah, look, the video basically did this story just telling you they're going to be in this. But let's look at the video that comes with it. Let me. I've got to press this button over here. I got to wait 3 seconds, and it cycles over, and then I press. There you go. Press there. Stop. Turn the sound up, and switch it over to. Whoa, that's big. Where did I go? Let's make that smaller. Good. So yeah, I'm gonna whiz forward to about. You'll see on the thing. It goes about over here. 2 minutes and 4 seconds in. There you go. Let's play this. 1 second. Now let's try playing it again, but this time put sound on. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Play it again. This time a bit of sound. And there really is no opposition. It is awesome Switch. So let's check this out.
I have never been to an immersive theater production. I'm sure that if I did, people would let me have my own fantasy in it, in my world, because you're all there for the same reason. And that's what I love about fandom. That's what I love about geekdom. That's what I love about being a geek myself, is that we all respect each other, and it's a safe zone. So we can go in cosplay and dressed or an augmented cosplay.
I mean, he's just so much fun. He's so much fun and so freaking enthusiastic about it. John, nobody was mad at you for being in Revolution of the Daleks. I mean, we're all like, oh, really? You're going to taint it? Yeah, but nobody was mad at you about that because you're so freaking awesome, right? You are just so freaking awesome and wonderful. I just wish there was more John Barrowman in the world.
To the immersive theater, if you're coming to this, cosplay. Dress up as your favorite Whovian character, villain, hero. Dress up at, I know there's going to be Jacks out there, and when you do, take pictures of yourself. Obviously, I want to do this. I want to come in my Jack outfit.
And I think he's being entirely, look, either he's like selling this thing like hell, or he's being entirely honest. I think he's being honest. I just think he's being honest, right? I do. I think his excitement is genuine. I love you. Look, John, mate, we are on different sides of the spectrum on everything in life other than you being awesome. Because you are freaking awesome, right? You are, when we had the watch-alongs at Journey's End, I was in tears with him because he's so freaking awesome. And also, if you watch this full video, you'll see he's got like his white hair. He's one of the only people I know who looks good in like completely white hair, and he obviously had his hair dyed to play Captain Jack.
To this, I think it would be awesome. It's awesome. It's like a Comic-Con, but with a storyline.
Yeah, so I'm kind of gutted I can't go, right? I'm kind of gutted I'm in a different country. But, oh, man, put out a VR version of this. Put out a VR version of charge. No, I wait 6 months so people will watch it, but if you put out a VR version, I charge like $10, you'll make a fortune. And also, you know what? If somebody out there can get the footage of the Peter Capaldi Doctor Who experience to do a VR version of that, they should. You really should. Because I think it would work out really. I think people would like it, right? I think people would just enjoy it. Let's see what is about Doctor Who universe that I think will work so well with the immersive theater show. So yeah, listen, he's selling the show here, but he does it beautifully. In your own time. Let us know what you think.
I think this is going to work as an immersive theater show because you never know what to expect when you watch Doctor Who. So you're going in for the journey. You finally get to be a companion, a hero, the person who saves the day. So that's why I think this works, because in our stories, when we read the scripts, it is. I mean, what I do when I go to play Jack in Doctor Who or Torchwood, it's immersive theater. I'm creating the character to play for you to enjoy, and it's exactly the same thing. Create your character, get in there, and enjoy your journey.
I tell you, I mean, like, this just joy of life. is great. You know, it's Your Life is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Fine, so that's Time Fracture. Again, I wish I could go. I really wish I could go. Go back to the news. Other news stories. Jenna Coleman to lead new World War II drama, The War Rooms. I mean, really, who cares? I mean, like, I don't want to go. I love Jenna. I think she was great. I think that she went on a little bit too long in Doctor Who. But I'm nothing against her. But yeah, you know, they always have those things in that thing in Doctor Who magazine, where they show what other actors are doing. So based on Bright's memoir, The Inner Circle view of the war at the top, the drama will follow Bright as she works underground during World War II, tackling each challenge as they come alongside her colleagues, with each season covering 12 to 18 months according to deadline. Okay, fine, war drama, it'll probably be good. She'll probably be pretty good. Something that probably won't be good, is season 13 of Doctor Who. Now, if you like the current Doctor Who, if you like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who, God bless you, got nothing against you. I'm actually kind of jealous that you like it. I really hated it, okay? I really significantly hated it. I just hope it ends. So it's just awful. And it's not, I honestly, I don't think it's just Whittaker. I think it's, although I think her performance was terrible, I think she was horribly cast, and I think Chris Chibnall has just done an awful job. So we can see in this picture, we see Jodie Whittaker's Doctor over there. We see somebody in like alien-y makeup, okay, and it looks like they're in some kind of spacey environment, some futuristic environment. We see the aliens again. Although those aliens do look like maybe they're wearing Regency clothes or something like that, or I don't know. Look, the tragedy of the current era of Doctor Who is I just think the production design, that looks pretty good. That makeup looks pretty good. The work they put into it looks pretty good. It's all pretty good, other than the script and Whittaker's performance, which is just shockingly bad. Just shockingly bad. So there you go. And I think it just shows you how badly Doctor Who is doing. That these pictures have leaked and nobody's cared. Right? It's like the Oscars. The Oscars happened this week and nobody cared whatsoever. Which is like, well, okay then. Next news story is Big Finish. Big Finish have reached their record, or have got the Guinness World Record for the longest running audio series, which is strange, isn't the Archers longer? Right, now I'm just thinking about it. News story has been released for an incredible 275 consecutive months. But what about? Didn't the Archers run for like 30 years? I know. Okay, let's just read the story. Big Finish has landed the Guinness World Record for the longest running science fiction audio play series. Really? I mean, like, how big is that category? Like, don't be wrong, Big Finish, I love you. Yeah, you're not doing so great right now. Oh man, I'm just listening to the new Dave Bradley First Doctor release, and the first story is a sci-fi story by Guy Adams, where they land in this like totalitarian future, which is clearly playing off his fears of from the political environment in 2020, without realizing he was completely predicting the political environment of 2021. Yeah, it's very on the nose. It's very on the nose. Which is a lot of Big Finish right now. A little bit sad, really. A little bit sad, but what can you do? So they've did this in this wide category. They are the only people who have done 275 consecutive audio science fiction audio plays. Okay, again, I don't think you had a big demographic, but to celebrate this, Big Finish are doing a sale on their first 100 releases of the monthly range. I'm going to quickly whiz through you and give you my recommendations. Whispers of Terror, one you never heard of, right? One you never hear about. Freaking awesome. Absolutely freaking awesome. Written by Justin Richards. It's designed to only work on audio, and it's a really good story. And again, no one's ever heard of this one. It's really great. Fearmonger is a bit season 27-y. It's like very youth, fight the power. It was, again, if you liked white kids bombed Manisha's house, that sort of stuff, that's how it feels like. But again, it was Jonathan Blum. But yeah, pretty good. Marion Conspiracy, freaking excellent. Colin Baker meeting Maggie Staples, his new companion. Again, really solid, good story set in. What was it? Mary Queen of Scots around there. I can't remember. But I remember seeing roughly the similar period in the movie Elizabeth, right? So it's just whoever was right before then. Let me think. Pet Spectre, Lanya Mar, also pretty darn good. But it's nice to hear Colin with Nicholas Courtney. Fathers of Vulcan, another one you never hear about, right? You never hear about it at all. It's a historical story, Seventh Doctor and Mel, one of their best stories together. And again, these are all $1.50. They're totally worth it. Yeah, you never ever hear about this story. I really enjoy it. Scourge of the Shadow of the Scourge. Find yourself an alternate cover. The cover is horrible. Other than that, story's pretty darn good. It's set in the Virgin New Adventures range. By the way, if you're interested in Virgin New Adventures, go check out a video I did this week. I got the links to download this book. We're going to be doing a Book of the Month club and having a weekly discussion. We're baking into 4 weeks roughly. So Book of the Month club. We'll start with the Virgin New Adventures. But you've got the link so you can download and read it. Read it with us. We'll have a panel. I think it'll be fun. I think we're enjoying it. Holy Terror, freaking awesome, absolutely awesome one. It's got Frobisher. It's Rob Shearman, who's got a really unique take on Doctor Who. Starts really light and finally gets really, really dark. Just excellent. Just a really excellent story. As is Mutant Fate. Listen, this was just great stuff. This is a great run. Mutant Phase, Daleks are mutating into something, scaring the Daleks, and I think they need the Doctor's help. Again, try and find the fan cover, which had the Emperor Dalek on it, which was the original cover, but then Terry Nation's estate didn't let them use it. Storm Warning, introducing the 8th Doctor and Charlie. Yeah, solid, good story. Sword of Ryan, the slightly weaker Stones of Venice, sublime. Excellent story. Minuet in Hell, avoid. Loose Carew, if you like a bit of the Turlo, 5th Doctor bromance. Dust Breeding reintroduces an old villain into the Big Finish universe, and it's worth it. It works really well. Blood Tide, another excellent one. This is Darwin in the Galapagos Islands with the 6th Doctor and Silurians. Really great. Project Twilight, another good one. This introduces the Forge, which is like this dodgy unit, Torchwood-esque entity that uses supernatural stuff and alien tech for mainly financial gain, right? But they're kind of like this criminal organization, but they do pop up again. Also popping up again is Klein, who first appears in Colditz. It's 7th Doctor and 8th stuck in Colditz. But Klein is one of those naughty national socialists, but she comes back later. Really good. One Doctor. Freaking awesome! Again, this is just such a great run of stories. One Doctor is freaking awesome. This is Christopher Biggins plays a Doctor impersonator who goes around sort of saving things, but then conning people out of money. He's got a Portaloo TARDIS. It's really good. It's really good, and again, really good sense of humor. Invaders of Mars. Mark Gatiss doing. H.G. Wells, What War of the Worlds, with the 8th Doctor with a backdrop of an actual alien invasion happening from really incompetent aliens. Chimes of Midnight, all-time classic, great Christmas story, really scary. I think that's Rob Shearman as well. Yeah, it's excellent, as is Seasons of Fear. A bit of Nyman action, and it's actually quite good. Paul Cornell script. Paul Cornell, great writer, bit of a douchebag in real life, but great writer. Embrace Darkness, solid Dalek-y, solid sci-fi story by Nick Briggs. And Time of the Daleks is a really good Dalek story by Justin Richard with the Daleks, quoting Shakespearean dialogue, and it really works. And amazingly, it really works. It all goes kind of south with Netherland. They go into it just doesn't work out the whole direction they go for the next bit with the 8th Doctor. Spare Parts, another all-time classic. Genesis of the Cybermen, really, really good. Sandman is really good. It introduces the Galilari Clutch, which is this floating platform made of 1 billion connected starships that leave and go. But they're these dinosaur-like aliens that view the Doctor as the evil person, as the Sandman, right? Because they were bad. So, that's pretty good. Bang Bang a Boom, another great story. Basically, space Eurovision contest with Graham Gardner and a bunch of other people. Jubilee, another incredible Rob Sherman one. Vaguely was the basis for Dalek from the 2005 series, but much better. Much better. Again, alternate Earth, Dalek invasion, just really great. Really great stuff. Doctor and the Pirates, you fancy a bit of Doctor Who doing Pirates of Penzance? It is somewhat musical, but still fun. I just found this a fun one. Creatures of Beauty, people hate it. I quite like it. Okay, I quite like it. It's Nick Briggs, and he's trying to do something different with the medium, and they don't tell the story in a linear fashion, and it's not bad. It's actually not bad. $1.50, it's $1.49. It's worth a punt. I'm telling you. Project Lazarus brings back the Forge, and this is slightly better than the first time they had on. Flip Flop is a really clever release way. Basically, this was back in the days when most people got discs, before download. So you had 2 discs, and you can listen to them in either order, right? So you can either listen to start at part 3 and 4, or start at part 1 and 2, and it really works. Again, really works. And then you got these supervillain quadrology. These are a little bit weak. Davros, I think, is probably the strongest of all of them. Oh, Master's a pretty good one as well. Zagress, sadly, they go off in a bit of not the greatest direction. It just didn't really work. I appreciate the ambition of it, right? And then the ambition of trying to do something new. But you got like Peter Davison and Colin Baker playing not the Doctor, and Christopher playing different characters. Wormery is very good though. Katie Manning's in it as Iris Wildtime, a time lady. And again, if her whole Iris Wildtime stuff is fun. Go and find them Big Finish. None of this stuff is great. This is called the Divergent Arc. I will skip this. The best one, I think, is Natural History of Fear, which is just weird. It's a weird one. Arrangement for War. This starts to wrap up the Maggie Staples run. The Harvest is the first of a 3-part story that they link together. Ruth the World has, who is it? It's I can't remember. Somebody famous in it. I can't remember who it is though. I can't remember. But somebody is famous in medicinal purposes because it's got a very young pre-Doctor Who David Tennant in it, which I think is pretty good. So again, all this Divergent stuff, pretty skippable, I would say. Juggernauts is fun though. Davros inventing the mechanoids with Mel and the Sixth Doctor. There's a Catch 1782. This is part of the arc leading up to the end of Maggie Staples' character. Three's a Crowd, Galilari Clutch again, I believe. It's got Deborah Watling in it. Really? I don't remember Deborah Watling being in it. Let's see who she plays. Okay, 1 second. Hold the front page. Deborah Watling plays. Does she play? No, okay, she doesn't play Victoria. Now I've got to scroll all the way back down again. Down. I should open up a new window, but then again, that would take thought and planning. Not my strong suits. Thought planning. Maybe I should focus on that a little bit more. Okay. Was it Terra Firma's pretty good. I quite like Terra Firma. Flicker and Water does end the Maggie Staples run. Life 34 is pretty good. Scaredy Cat's okay. Otherwise, I think is better. Singularity, I don't remember that one. Peer Pressure is quite good. This is again Maggie Staples, but this is before the end of a run. With Max Miller's in it, played by Rod. I will say, was it Roy Hudd? He was famous. Night Thoughts is a pretty good spooky Seventh Doctor story. And Time Box is also a pretty good spooky story. Kingmaker has John Culshaw in it as a recording of the Fourth Doctor. This is before Tom Baker came on board. Anything else that leaps up at me? Okay, You're Reaping and Gathering. I'll also go with the one I said earlier, the other Sideman one I said earlier. That's that trilogy. And Big Finish should really just be packaging these in trilogies. Memory Lane was also pretty good. Circular Time, I think, is where the cell. No, the cell keeps going below. Circular Time is 4 individual stories, one of them being particularly good, as I recall. Renaissance of the Daleks was not good. And all these ones, I would say, listen, I give you pretty much, a ton of stuff to choose from. So there you go. That's my very quick guide. Now let's just have a look at the latest Doctor Who magazine. Due out tomorrow. I'll do my review of it. My review will either be out tomorrow or Friday. I'm experimenting with on Tuesdays and Thursdays when I do live streams of not putting out videos. I don't know. I'm going with it. But again, listen. We see the complete lack of any of the current era on this whatsoever. Like just this complete lack. So exclusive. I didn't want people whistling my costume, Christopher Eccleston's dress code. I have no idea what that means. But there's a second part of the Christopher Eccleston's interview, the Pieces of 8 TV movie guide. I was absolutely crushed how one actor's dream of playing the Doctor turned into a nightmare. Yeah, they previewed that last week. Somebody was in the frame to play the 8th Doctor. Who was it? Was it Slattery? What's his name? What's his name? I can't remember his name now. Tony Slattery. Is that him? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Face facts. Morbius Doctor revealed. Oh God, these are so stupid. They are so heavily pushing this Morbius Doctor. If you haven't seen the brain of Morbius, the 4th Doctor and Morbius have this mind-bending contest, and during which they push each other back through the past lives, and we have these unrecognizable Doctors. They're saying, this is proof there were the timeless child Doctors before the first Doctor. Yeah, it doesn't really work. It doesn't really work in many reasons. A much better explanation from the discontinuity guide is that these are false incarnations conjured by the 4th Doctor to throw off Morbius and thus win the mind-bending tournament. A much better, much more logical explanation. Joe Ahern on directing the 9th Doctor. Was he the person on the first block? No, so whoever was the director on the first block is the one that made him leave the show. Basically, that's why he had a terrible time. So focus on Paul McGann's 8th Doctor, plus Dreadnought with Millie McKenzie. I have no idea what that means. And Seinfeld and much more. Okay, I have no clue. No clue what any of that means. But I do know what something it means. It means there is no Jodie being pushed whatsoever. And I think the reason it's not being pushed is I don't think she's very popular. I just don't. That's just one man's opinion for you. So there you go. That's my little John Craver's news round. I do hope you've enjoyed it. A few sprinkling of facts to keep up to date with. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.